Alright folks, it's that time, update time. Buckle up and let's get going. So basically this is going to be a pretty straightforward process. Just follow along as I do it and you'll be fine. This will be a little bit of an in-depth process, but it will be the only time updating is ever hard. The next time you want to update, it's going to be super easy. Alright, we're going to have to look underneath one of these three icons, the power, the tutorials, or the weather icons, to find out where my updater link is stashed at. On my setup right now, my newest setup, it is under tutorials, and that's where most of yours will be. Some of yours will be here under power, and it's going to say something about blues in one of the names on the link. So if you pull down the power submenu or the weather submenu, and you see blues in any of those things, that's the one that you're going to click on, because there's going to be no other blues links in any of those. Here under tutorials, that's where mine is on the far right, and it's the Blues Box version 2.1.0. Go ahead and click on that, open it up. It's going to bring you to a menu, and you're going to have two different things you can click on, either the Blues Box builds, fast server or normal server, doesn't matter which one, they're both the same speed. And then go ahead and click on the one item inside. It's going to ask you to switch over to a different skin. This is the old method that we're using to fix it up, so we're going to go over, click on skin where it says blue skin. And when you click on it, it's going to take about 10 seconds or so for it to pop up. So just click on Confluence, and then click on yes on the confirmation. You have to do that. Then hit the back button once. It'll take you back to the menu, but in the new skin setting. Go ahead and click on it, and watch the magic happen. Alright, the next step is going to be to restart the box. Now you can do it in a few different ways. You can just unplug the power out of the back if that's the only kind of box, if that's the kind of box you got. But if you got a box in the last 6 or 7 months, you can just hit the power button, because it's going to be a B-Link box, and you can just hit the power button on the remote, and then it'll give your shutdown, sleep, or reboot menu, and then just click on reboot and let it reboot. If you don't have that ability and your power button doesn't work on your box, then just unplug it, wait a few seconds, plug it back in, and you'll be good to go. Now click on Blues Box TV. Now this is where the update process is going to get a lot easier. When you get to the screen, don't click on anything. You're just going to sit here and wait. It will pop up with the update for you. So what you're going to do next is going to be almost all automated. Not completely, but almost. So just relax. It takes a little bit for it to pop up though. First, we're going to update Cody. If you see that pop up, just hit no thanks. Alright, so this is where it's going to bring you into. We're going to go down and click on BluesTV app APK installer. And this is going to allow us to install Kodi 17.1. You're going to skip those first two links. They don't actually work right now. And go down to Kodi 17.1, the 32-bit edition. And then go ahead and click on download. The only way you would get the 64-bit is if you have the Shield TV. If you don't have the Shield TV, you're going to be on 32-bit, and only a few people have the Shield TV of my customers, so you probably aren't going to have to worry about it. But if you do have the Shield TV, contact me before doing the 64-bit, because it's a different process. You can do the 32-bit, and that'll work just fine. Just 64-bit will perform better, but I would have to completely redo the entire setup. So that's a special request. So in the meantime, no matter who you are, even if you have a Shield TV, do the 32-bit. Now when this pops up, you're just going to click the OK button on your remote. That's just a picture. It's telling you, getting you prepared for this. You're going to go down and then go over to install and click on that. The first one was just a decoy picture to just let you know what you were going to do. The second one is the actual one. I know they don't look the same, but... And now we're just going to wait for Kodi 17.1 to install, and it installed, so we're going to go ahead and go down and go over to open. Click on it. And then we're going to wait for the long process of this to boot up. It's not crazy long, it's just longer than 5 seconds. That pops up just fine. Hit OK. Like I said, we only updated Kodi so far, so you're actually on the Kodi 16 build right now. So if you have an issue with this right off the bat and it doesn't work or locks up, just restart your box and come back in here. It'll all come back up on its own again. As long as you don't go in and try to delete any data in the Kodi settings, you'll be fine. Alright, so my script ran, and now it's going to pop up with that menu again. And now we're going to go down to that second option. Go ahead and click on it. And this is the only one that has the icon on it, so Blues Box TV. So if it switches to the icon view, just notice you're going to click on the one with the icon. And then we're going to go on down and click on Fresh Install. When that pops up, click OK, click Continue. And when you click on Fresh Install, it's going to take a few seconds for this to pop up, so don't get click happy. Alright, so the first stage, this is a 3-stage process. The first stage is going to clear out all the data that you already have. So it's going to get rid of all your old data. It will back up your tracked account information for Exodus and Salts if you have it in there. And it'll also back up your main favorites, the Kodi favorites. So any of the add-on favorites that you only have a favorites list for just that one add-on, those are all going to be gone. But your overall box favorites, where that is underneath the star icon, those will all be there, so you'll be good. This last one is extracting all the files from the zip file. And don't freak out if it does return an error. It probably won't, but if it does, it's usually errors that will fix themselves when the add-ons update themselves. So if you get errors, still go through it and then pull it up and see if it plays fine, and if everything plays fine, then it is fine. Now when it all finishes, this is going to pop up. You're going to have two options. Click on Force Close. Don't mess with the reload profile. It works. It's just Force Close is a guarantee. Reload profile is like a 99%. But Force Close means you get to start out with brand new, fresh settings, which is always ideal. So do the Force Close. Now we're back at the home screen. That means we're closed. You just click on BluesTV again. Launches back up. And we are almost done. The worst part about it now is you need to let this update before we do the final part. And by update, I mean the actual individual add-ons. We just did the full update, but we still have the little individual add-ons that get their updates. So I am actually going to speed this up, but actually let this sit for about 10 minutes until you see updates popping up across the top. And when you see updates popping up across the top, it's probably a better idea to just let it go a little bit longer. But you do want to finish and do the last part of this video because it's going to make your box way better. Simply because it turns BluesTV into the central part of the box. You're going to hit home. That'll take you to BluesTV as opposed to taking you to the home launcher where you got to click on BluesTV to get here. And now everything can be accessed from inside BluesTV, which is just great. Now I'm speeding it up here so I get to the end a little quicker. Obviously, you'll need to wait a little bit longer for all that. Now, whenever I came out with this, I had all my updates already updated because I just made the build when I made this a little bit ago. But by the time you guys get it, you'll probably have some updates to go through. So make sure you wait for the updates. So now, what I want you to do is go ahead and slide over to the settings gear icon. We're going to click on it. And now I want you to go over and click on Update BluesTV. Click on App Installer. Now we're back in that same menu, but instead of clicking on Kodi, we're going to click on BluesTV Launcher. Now click on Download. And this one's going to go quick. It's a small file. Click OK because that's the decoy. Now this is the one that it was telling you to do. Click on Install. Wait for it to get done. Go down. Instead of clicking on Done, just hit the Home button on your remote. That'll bring this up. Go over all the way down to XBMC Launcher and click on that. And now I want you to hit the home button on your remote one more time. and then that'll allow you to go over to Always because the XBMC launcher was already selected, and now that will use BluesTV as the home launcher for the box every time. So when you turn on your box now, it will automatically open up into BluesTV, and you won't have to worry about that other launcher anymore. And after that, it's pretty much done. Test it out, go into movies, check out Exodus, check out Zen. And actually, Zen is just like Exodus, except in my opinion a little bit better. And I actually set that one up to autoplay. I would still browse from Exodus. If you're inside Exodus now and you go and click on a movie that doesn't have a good source, you can hit the menu button on that movie, and it'll bring up or a TV show episode, either one. And it'll bring up a new list, and you can go all the way down to where it says BluesTV. Click on that, and then click on Context Player, and it'll bring up a list, and it'll allow you to try to play whatever you're trying to play in Exodus, but try to play it on one of the other add-ons. Like Bob is a good one. Phoenix is excellent. It'll let you play it straight from Zen, and all those are all autoplay, so you won't have to click on a stream like you do in Exodus. You'll just click on that, and then boom, it'll take over, and if it finds something, it'll give it to you. And 99% of the time, it finds excellent copies, so give it a try.